The headlines, the issues impacting you, all on This Week in Cincinnati on 9 on Your Side.
We want to welcome you back. An initiative in Cincinnati is working to pull families out of poverty. CityLink Center brings together many services and resources people need to improve their lives. One group it works with is the Visions Early Learning Center. Visions Early Learning Center is part of Children's Inc. It moved into the CityLink Center last year. Visions provides education and helps promote literacy, health, and the arts with kids. Folks behind the program say it's a two-pronged approach to stopping poverty.
Really, we're seeing outcomes that are not just relevant for children, but also for parents as well. And isn't that great? That's what we want. We want the whole family to flourish and to do better.
They have a lot of things going on in here that I didn't even know about. The financial stuff or whatnot. I didn't know that they had all this type of stuff in here. So this is basically a one-stop shop.
With us now is the Executive Director of CityLink, John Mark Outerslice. Want to thank you for being here. We just talked a little bit about the Visions Early Learning Center, but that is just one component of a much bigger picture.
Yes.
And let's talk a little bit about that bigger picture. Why is it so necessary?
Yeah, so we've seen that we have a pervasive issue with poverty in Cincinnati.
Sure.
We have 2 times the national average of individuals in poverty, despite having over 2,000 social services. So the founders of CityLink realized that we had a systemic issue, that we were program rich but system poor. And so in speaking with individuals who are trying to work their way out of poverty, we realized that there was a very complex system for folks with very little margin to navigate. We were asking people who didn't have private transportation to literally go all across the city to tell their story over and over again in hopes of connecting with the right agency at the right time. So CityLink was founded with a pretty simple concept of what would social service delivery look like if we put the client in the center of the story.
Okay.
So what if we allowed them to enter, tell their story, and then position them for success by sequencing the right services at the right time for them to obtain their goals.
Okay, services at the right time for them to obtain their goal. Does it always also mean easy to reach services?
Yeah, everything is within one building. So we have over 14 partners within the 800 Bank Street property. It's a 60,000 square foot facility, so individuals literally walk through one set of doors. They have one service coordinator, oftentimes called a case manager, and that individual helps them to connect with amazing service providers we have in town, all within the context of that building.
You have success stories.
Yes.
And many of them.
Yeah.
Tell me about one.
Yeah, we've had individuals who come in all across kind of the spectrum, people who either have no GED and are working towards improving their life, to individuals who maybe even have a bachelor's degree but find themselves unemployed and in kind of financial distress. So individuals come to mind like Darren, who walked through our doors with the goal of attaining his GED. He worked with us on his GED. He then realized that he wanted to improve his finances, so he worked with Smart Money Community Services to get his budgeting in place. He then realized that having a car could connect him to a better job, so he went through the Changing Gears program, and most recently he achieved his childhood dream of being a homeowner through Habitat for Humanity.
Wow.
And so we get to see these trajectories of clients' lives. They put in the tremendous hard work. All we've attempted to do is remove barriers for them to achieve their goals.
That's amazing. And do they serve as kind of beacons of hope for new people coming through the doors?
Yeah, what's been amazing for us is our first year of services, we served 496 unique individuals. 5 years later, last year, we served 1,201.
Wow.
That growth has come through adding new partnerships, but most of the clients who walk through our doors, over 70%, come from word of mouth. So that's somebody who's experienced our services, experienced our partners, who goes back to their neighborhood, to their family, and says, this is something that can really help you advance your life. You should check this out.
Where does the funding for this come from?
Yeah, so we are wholly privately funded. And so it's fitting that on Easter we get to share that we are a faith-based organization. Over half of our revenue comes from churches who make donations. These are families and organizations that want to see their neighbors reach their full potential, that realize that those of us who are fortunate enough to be born into circumstances where our lives have enabled us to reach our goals have this obligation or this call to help our neighbors who may be born into different circumstances or face different challenges reach their full potential. So our funding comes from churches, from individuals, from foundations and corporations.
You talk about people reaching their full potential. What, as you look forward, what are your goals? What is the organizational goal?
Yeah, so we've got this really aggressive goal, and we're running after it really hard. We not only want to see more individuals served and served well, we want to serve them in deeper ways. So what that means for us is creating more integrated services. So our partners like Cincinnati Works, Perscalis, and Center for Employment Opportunities now have embedded within their programs counseling from Catholic Charities, financial education from Smart Money. So a client can come in and actually within one unified experience move multiple areas of their life forward. We see a massive need to connect people to living wage jobs. Getting $10 an hour essentially equates to $20,000 a year. That is not enough to support an individual, let alone a family. So we're working on different pathways for individuals to get the hard skills training, the soft skills training, and the experience to attain living wage jobs.
You talked about your hub and all of the services being under one roof. Do you envision another hub?
Yeah, that's a great question. What allows CityLink to be effective is the volume of individuals we see, because that volume allows us to have the frequency of services. So when someone walks through our doors, we're able to engage them very quickly, which is of critical importance to our clients. So we have not looked at another hub within Cincinnati. We do have cities who are seeking to replicate our model in other parts of the country, and so we are supporting some of those replication requests.
Wow. John Mark?
Yeah.
Great work.
Thanks.
And thank you for being here and sharing the view of that work with everybody else. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.